Many residents say they expected the project to improve their livelihoods, but instead lost land, crops and income, leaving them poorer. Gonzaga Chakulumbye and Rahairu Lukunse are among those who say they have suffered greatly after the government dragged them to court for refusing to surrender their land. They argue that the compensation offered was far below the land's value. The government accused them of obstructing the project and eventually acquired their land.
East African Court of Justice. Ne batusalira ne batugamba nti kutusinze twalemererwa okukwatagana ne government twalemererwa okuwa ettaka lyaffe.
Wegwajja basanga nyine mwani yange n'ebitooke byange we bajja tebatuwanga 10 wadde nashini.
Chakulumbye says they rejected the compensation because it was unfair. For 3 acres of land, they were offered 17 million Ugandan shillings, whereas they valued the land at 70 million Ugandan shillings, partly because it lies directly along the road leading to Mutukula.
Twagenda okulaba nga obusente bwe batuwa butono nnyo okusinziira ku bye baatwala. Ffe baatutwalako acres 3 ez'ettaka n'obutundutundu nga 69. Kati nga batuwa sente ntono nnyo ezitajja na ttaka lyaffe.
Rahairu Lukunse, a resident of Chituntu, says she lost all her land, including coffee and banana plantations. She claims she was offered 7 million Ugandan shillings for land and crops she valued at 80 million Ugandan shillings. She says she rejected the offer and has never been compensated.
Netusaba tuddeyo tubale ekintu ekyali okwo ne bagaana. Twayita mu kutiisibwatiisibwa.
Kitusinga okutuluma mu kaseera kano nga batugamba nti abantu bonna babasasula era bali okay. Ekyo kituluma nnyo. Abantu bali eyo babonabona.
The residents also say pipeline construction blocked a community water source, forcing some residents to walk nearly 4 kilometers to access clean water. The villages affected by the loss of this water source include Chibundaza, Chitakomaga, Nakatete, Chawangonya, and Kamusoga.
Era abamapiki be basinga okukima amazi naye genda saawe mu kunona amazi okomosa mukago.
Farida Namugerwa, a resident of Chituntu in Navigasa sub-county Kyotera district, who lives with a disability, says heavy trucks used for the project have caused cracks in her house. Residents fear their houses could collapse at any time. Despite repeatedly raising the alarm, they say no one has responded to their concerns.
Nimbagambe ekyenyumba kyandi nti ina imotoka ya mbyayita wakayumba kanani akakateekawo kati kakano kazemu eki enyanfa kati bukana agwa mbutuufu ngenda kuddawa nanzu gomulaba seesobola bukimunze ate lina lisobola okukyeweereza nga ndi ku ttaka lyange okumpi.
However, the Petroleum Authority of Uganda has dismissed the allegations. The acting manager for corporate affairs, Didas Muhumza, says about 99% of project-affected persons have been compensated and questioned claims that residents remain unpaid.
Now, it's not that it's just taking over by force. The value determined is deposited in court. They call it an escrow account. And these people who are complaining, their values were deposited on the escrow account. And I think still, as we talk now, most of those have been closed out. Yeah, there has always been follow-up, but the clear process that is catered for is the project teams take due diligence and follow through and have this money put on the extra account. And the affected people are also advised to follow through the procedures. But
district leaders say that many of the actions taken during implementation differ from what was originally agreed upon before the project began.
When you look at their heavy equipment, trucks, tractors, they have spoiled everything. Then also polluting our water wells and dams, and all that there is no compensation or rehabilitation or maintaining back or restoring back what they spoiled. So our humble plea to EACOP, please let us follow the standard procedures and live. While we leave a mark of no grudge within our communities.
Abasi Chizito, the Lwengo district chairperson, says that roads and other infrastructure have been damaged to the point where some are no longer passable.
But the most important are the roads. Our feeder roads that we have here cannot accommodate the heavy equipment that EACOP uses, tractors, trucks and all that. They have depleted our roads, dilapidated them, and they had promised us that at the start of the project they will be rehabilitating and maintaining these roads, which they have not done. And all these, we've tried to reach out to them to come and settle those issues with these people, but they have not.
And investigations are done thoroughly, and proper reports are undertaken, but also engagements are done with affected people, and redress mechanism is also provided for.